Hey, what's going on out there in podcast land? You are listening to I Don't Want to Watch That, a show that started in quarantine and continues through a much-needed uprising. You can come find us at don'twantowatchthat.com. On Twitter and Instagram, we are at Don't Want to Watch. On Twitter, the O and Don't is a 0 because some fuckface... And if you've been listening to this sequentially, I say this every time, but we haven't recorded it 2 weeks, so I'm freshly upset about it now that I have to say it again. But some fuckface took Don't Want to Watch on Twitter to post about The Bachelor in 2015 and never fucking did anything with it. So
fuck that guy.
Anyway, we're a show, and we talk about reality shows, mainly Real Housewives in New York right now. And yeah, so that's how it all started. No sports, no nothing at the beginning of quarantine, and now we are living through a much-needed global uprising against oppression. So that's interesting, huh?
Right?
Something
yeah.
in 2020.
And listen, I think right off the bat, this whole week we had planned
right off the bat, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Black lives fucking matter. Black lives matter.
And so... it's just been a fucking whirlwind. We watched these episodes a little bit ago, and then everything went crazy. So instead of drinking and being silly and talking about Real Housewives, we drank and watched crazy videos with our drawers on the floor.
Yeah, well, we educated ourselves on a lot of things, and we continue to do so. It is no longer, you can't just not be racist, you have to be anti-racist, and white people... Come on, we just have to keep pushing back on this. We have to keep having these uncomfortable conversations and, keep fucking pushing, guys. We have to keep pushing.
So that all being said,
let's talk about old, rich white women.
Yes, exactly. And where we're at in this journey of ours, again, that started in March when there were no sports on TV, so I had nothing really to entertain myself with and do my other podcast. So this is what me and Mare have decided to do.
Yes.
And so we left off at peak fucking Scary Island. So the last episode we did was the Watch With Us one. We got a little bit of feedback on it. People seem to like it, so that's pretty cool. So maybe when we have some, iconic or classic episodes coming up,
we'll continue to do that.
Yeah, Mare would have to tell me what they are because I've never seen this before, so this is all fresh to me.
Yes, and if any of our listeners have any requests for episodes that they'd like us to watch in real time, let us know. Send us a message, and that goes for all 4 of the people that listen to this show.
Yo, it's like 11.
Okay.
And it's a little bit international. We've been getting a bunch of Ireland downloads. Shout out to you, whoever you are. I was about to say something Irish, but I couldn't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, now I want to think of something Irish.
You spent time over there, right?
Yeah, but what's the crack like? That's an Irish thing.
What's the crack like?
Yeah, crack is like, what's the haps?
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Not spelled like C-R-A-C-K. There's another way to spell it, and I don't know right now.
Oh, okay. So we are hopefully entertaining you, our lone Ireland listener, and we're going to shut up now so you keep listening and
yes.
stop talking blindly about your fucking country. But enjoy the potatoes. We do, too. Yes, anyway.
Enjoy the potatoes. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm Irish.
I know. So am I. I'm half Irish.
Yeah, we could say that. Anyway.
Hope you enjoy your beer, you drunks.
Yeah, as we're drinking.
Yeah.
On a Sunday afternoon. So we left off with basically Kelly Simone had a complete mental breakdown and left Scary Island. And so we start off with episode 13 of season 3.
Yes, Shunburn.
And Mare just went to go throw a toy to this dog. Did you miss?
No, I threw it. It's outside the hallway.
Oh, so he's just not...
Yeah, our dogs
Our dogs have gotten wild.
Yep.
They are used to us giving them all the attention, and when we stop to talk to you guys, a.k.a. the microphones on our desks, and are not making eye contact with them 24/7, they lose their shit. So...
Quarantine!
Yes, exactly. No more dog parks, no more socialization. We have to wrestle with them on the floor now. So, that's been fun. My... arm has scratch marks all over it.
All right.
Anyway.
All right, so back to episode 13, Shunburn. Let's start right from the top.
Yeah, so it's
we-
breakfast after the craziness of the night before, and basically everybody's like, all right, Kelly left. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, they all feel, but they do feel bad. They do feel bad because,
Yes.
you know, she definitely, she lost her shit. She was not
Yeah.
in a healthy state of mind.
No, not at all. And I gotta say, it was hilarious, though. Like just
Truth
to watch,
be told.
like, truth be told,
Her
to watch,
spiral was
somebody
entertainment.
so confident in their like insanity, it's almost like it's very entertaining. And no, but honestly, like towards the end though, it did get to be like just fucking sad. And they
Go
do
to
acknowledge
sleep.
that. They do acknowledge that. And you know, I forget who said it because like we said before, we watched these like a week ago. They were like, "Yo, by the end, we just realized she was not living in the same fucking world as us."
It was either Bethany or Sonia, I think, or maybe one of them.
Yeah, any of them. Yeah. So like they're all looking forward to a very relaxing
Yes,
day.
and they do. They're getting their pedicures, swimming, they're
massages,
relaxing.
all sorts of stuff, and then hello, Ramona, hello.
Hi, I'm here.
The look of fucking shock on their faces.
When Jill arrives is just...
It was like those documentaries you see of like World War II, where you see like the soldiers walking back from the battlefield against like the soldiers walking into it. It was like it was a 1,000-yard stare. They were just like,
They didn't even
PTSD.
know what to
Like
do.
that was PTSD shit for those rich white ladies.
I mean, can we talk about Bethany in the chair with her ridiculous sunglasses on, getting a pedicure, not even knowing what to do. Friggin' Alex having a total breakdown.
She broke out in hives.
Yes!
It was crazy. And Jill didn't even acknowledge her existence when she walked in. She was like, "Oh, hey, Ramona, surprise. Oh, hi, Sonia. How are you? Bethany, I hope you're well."
And Ramona's absolute
"Oh, look at you
shock.
guys' pedicures. Look, it's so beautiful here. Look at this house, the brickwork, the masonry.
Wow.
My God, this is beautiful." And Bobby's just like, "Hello, we love you guys. How are you today? We took the private plane." Yeah. And, oh, my God. It was just so... And then Jill leaves crying. Bobby tries to smooth it over. They kind of explain to Bobby, like, "Bro, you don't know where we've been. Like, you don't know what we've been through." She was like, "Oh, we saw Kelly at the airport. She said you guys are crazy. Ha, ha, ha." It's like, no.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
no,
mean,
no.
Bobby is so sweet because I do feel for Jill a lot because I think in her way she's trying to get back in the good graces and we're on vacation, we're out of our
Yeah. And one thing I
element
wrote
or
at this
comfort zone,
point, I
rather.
took a little note that said, "Imagine having the money to just be able to pop into an island."
I know on a vacation.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, we were on
Surprise!
our way to this other island, but we had the guy stop at this island instead.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want us here? We'll call the fucking pilot and we'll be on this other island now."
And-
oh, excuse us. And they did.
Yep, and Bobby repping hard, wearing his Kodak shirt in that
Yes.
episode. He
Yeah.
was representing.
Absolutely. Representing the failed brand.
Yeah.
I can't believe Ramona didn't call him out for that. She was too busy outside in the car trying to smooth it over with Jill. Jill, you know I love you.
Yeah, and Jill leaves very upset, rightfully so, but I mean, she did come in like nothing was wrong, but still, I mean, I don't know. I felt really bad for Jill. I could see that she was really hurt. She was crying.
Yeah.
And Ramona saying that Jill wasn't invited, which was not true at all.
But once you decline an invitation, you have to ask in order to be there, I believe.
Right, okay, fine, but still.
Or at least bring it up.
But still say,
Jill
like,
was
Ramona
also-
could have said, originally she was invited.
Yeah.
Did she say that?
Yeah.
Oh, she did
I
say
think
that.
they kind of went into that. Maybe not at that point, but definitely later on.
Maybe she said that to Jill.
Yeah.
And not to the girls.
But also at the same time, like, Ramona was being not Ramona, but Jill was being disingenuous. Because, like, they showed her, I did it with Luann, like, I need to go see what's going on down there. Like, just like it was more about her wanting to go there and all that stuff just because of Kelly's reports instead of her actual desire to be there for Ramona.
Right.
So I think it was a little bit disingenuous on her part.
All right.
So I'm anti-Jill in this one. I think Jill loses this
All
round.
right. Whoa. Okay.
In this thing, I can't believe you would be pro-Jill in this.
In that
Her showing up.
Okay, Lenny is right on the mic right now. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
About her showing up.
Nobody
I don't know.
cares.
I just felt I really felt for Jill.
I felt for Jill also, for sure.
Because I feel like she is, I don't know, I feel like she's crying. I don't know if I would say she was disingenuous.
But in all those dinners with Luann in the previous episode where she was getting text messages from Kelly, she was like, I need to go down there and see what's going on. It was more about going down to see it for herself as opposed to, oh, I want to take part in Ramona's thing.
Are you sure?
I feel like that's the case because they were discussing, and Luann even told her it was a bad idea.
But didn't she say she was going to go before that?
I don't think, no, she was never planning on that. No.
No, I'm saying before she mentioned Kelly in that conversation. See, this is why we need to do these.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, no, she was definitely talking about how she wanted to go, like they were talking about Kelly's text messages and what Kelly was saying, and then Jill altered her complete plans because she wanted to see it.
Okay.
Or she also wanted to swoop in and save Kelly, not realizing Kelly was going to have left herself and checked herself out.
Oh, okay.
Which, anyway.
All right, moving on.
Yes. So everybody's back.
Yeah.
Or no.
No.
They have dinner, Ramona almost chokes, and then they have a bridal shower, so they basically wrap each other.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And they did it for Bethany, too, which was cute.
Yeah, what did I'm just reading my notes real quick. Oh, yeah, Ramona choking. Oh, my God, so dramatic. Sonia giving her the Heimlich.
The sex gifts were in there, too.
Yeah, and then
Ramona's like, oh, I've never been handcuffed before.
And can we talk about Sonia talking about sex and penis size and all the guys that she... Hot Italian guys, bald guys with big ears. Yeah. Just, she's so ridiculous.
Oh, good for her. And then after when they get the handcuffs, she's like, yo, Ramona and I are on the same level of talking shit until he gets to sex. She's like, approved.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then they wrap each other in toilet paper.
Yes.
So, all in all, it was fun. So, we get back to New York. Kelly's there. They go out. Jill and Luann. And they're trying to squeeze this fucking Jen Gilbert in, the party planner. So the party's already over. Like the party already happened that she was the party planner for, but now she's still involved. But anyway, so they dive right into the shit from the island. And Kelly is all over the place talking about it. And
yeah, she's recapping. She's shell shocked.
Yeah.
The girls want the gossip. And Kelly goes in.
And Kelly's big beef is that, like, they're talking about everybody, and she can't stand that. And I'm like, that's literally what you're doing right now. Literally what you're doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, but so she starts to recap, and she mentions how she called Bethany a hoe bag. And Luann immediately calls her out for it.
Yeah, and then she was like, okay, well, I also said she wasn't really a chef. And they were like, she's absolutely a chef. We've hired her.
Bitch.
I know people who have hired her for things. Like,
yeah, and then
the party planner was like, yo, this is what I do, and I know she's a chef.
Yeah, as soon as she starts talking about that, like, weird smear campaign comment, the girls are like, they have no idea
like, do you have
what
proof?
The fuck she's like, saying. No. And then they continue to make fun of her.
She said that Bethany said that I went out of my way to have a smear campaign against you. Bethany, that was never seen anywhere. So, like, where that
never came out of her mouth, yeah.
Yeah, and nobody seems to believe her either, which makes it even more hilarious.
Yeah.
So then we go to Sonia's art show. Alex is Simon dressed up, and Simon is dressed like Napoleon. Yeah. Like, I don't understand why. He's dressed like a fucking... American Revolution general, and he looks like a fucking moron.
I appreciate Simon now.
I don't not appreciate him because it was definitely hilarious, but like, come on, dude, you are so ridiculous.
Hey, don't do that.
But
sorry, the dog had the remote.
He's got the remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't need my remote getting fucked up. So. Bethany and Luann show up. They go upstairs to a little private space and immediately give Luann their side of the story.
Yes.
And Luann's like, yeah, I think I believe you. Like, she didn't so much say that or anything, but, like, you could definitely tell. She was like, I got the other side of the story, and this one seems interesting.
Yeah.
Then for some reason we see Luann in a hotel with her kids, a little bit of filler and
filler scene, whatever.
Curtains. Then we go to the ice skating party.
That ice skating party was wonderful.
And I got to correct myself. Before, when I was like, why is the party planner there? I said the ice skating party already happened, but obviously it didn't.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you watch them 10 days ago. Anyway, so we start off and Jill's missing Bethany. She calls. And Bethany, rightfully so, is like, how many fucking times have I called you for lunch? And you just denied me. So now I got to say yes to you on your first time because you feel bad on your Winter Wonderland party, you fucking fuck.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa.
I'm a little bit back on Team Bethany.
Okay. All right.
Anyway. So, but Bethany agrees because Bethany's a fucking grown-up. And ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I was just very anti-Jill from before, so I think it's carrying over right now.
You know what? Bethany's not innocent in this. We know that.
I know.
That. She's not.
I know.
So.
I know. But Jill starts the party with her skating intro.
Beautiful ice skating outfit that was just everything I needed and more.
Falls immediately.
Absolutely
right off the bat.
And Kelly talking shit about Jill being an ice skater.
Yeah.
Talking mad shit.
Yeah.
Calling her out for not being athletic. It's like,
but to be fair,
she's not wrong.
But to be fair, it immediately cut to Jill
saying
talking about it, and she was like, "Yes, I'm an ice skater, but
I haven't
done it since I was 9." So you're like 40 years out, Jill. Like, come on, 35 maybe. I don't know how old she is. But anyway,
Ramona shows up to the party.
Yep.
With that goddamn ponytail.
Oh God.
And they make up. They talk. They have a little bit of beef, but I feel like they made up.
I feel like
Ramona went on a yeah.
It's gonna be ups and downs, and the two leaders of the pack in the same pack, 2 alphas.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't think Luann's an alpha.
You'll see.
We'll see. All right. What do you think? All right. Anyway.
You'll see.
So Kelly and Ramona talk also.
Yes.
They kind of fucking bury the hatchet, which Ramona tells it to her face, though she's a little crazy still.
Yeah.
But Kelly doesn't imagine that it's not happening, I guess.
Yeah, she's got selective memory.
Yeah.
That's usually how people with mental issues operate.
Yeah. So anyway, that's about the end of that episode. Winners and losers. I got the winner is Noel for getting to basically Luann's kids. Like Noel gets to play with all the fucking gadgets in the hotel room. Victoria's got a full fridge.
You mean?
Noel. Yeah, he's Noel. I don't give a fuck. You can call him Noel. I don't care. As a name, it's Noel when you spell it that way. Okay. The losers are everybody who had to get off the skating rink for that specific party. Like for the people who missed out on skating for that party.
Okay. Winner of that episode is Kodak. They got their product placement.
Very good.
In Bobby. Loser. I mean, it's really a toss-up between Ramona's ponytail and Jill's ice skating outfit. I'm going to go with Ramona's ponytail.
Okay.
Big loser of that episode.
Okay, so we got the next episode now coming up, episode 14. This is the final real episode before the
rebuked, reunited, and renewed.
Oh boy. So we start off, Ramona's scoping out wedding venues. She's got about 50 guests coming, so she settles on a venue, blah, blah, blah. It's nice. Nothing really beefy goes on there. And then we got Jill going to the lunch with Bethany. So they start off with a bunch of small talk, talking about the baby, blah, blah, blah. And then Jill starts in. She's like, listen, at Ramona's I wasn't ready.
Yeah, she's sad. She's really sad. She starts to lose it. And, she does admit she holds grudges. Bethany points that out to her, right?
Oh, yeah.
What did Bethany say in all this? I don't really... the note that I wrote, please help me decipher.
Okay.
Bethany - Alex is a toxic person? ?
Because Jill said that to her. That Alex was a toxic person. And Bethany was like, yeah. And that's where they kind of got a little testy again. Because Bethany and Alex have been pretty close throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
So Bethany explains why. Jill seems very sincere. And I think they both understand that they both fucked up. Like, they're not going to agree on Alex because that was like a weird fucking side quest that they went on. She just kind of... That was a bad move by Bethany. Bethany should own that. But Alex also obviously needs to own the fact that, like, she took all her underlying anger at Jill and fucking used Bethany's message to fucking project it to her. I sounded like a psychiatrist right there.
You did. Wow.
That was very fucking weird.
Wow. It wasn't weird. You're smart.
Well, I do have an associate's degree in psychology from University of Phoenix.
Got that emotional.
For-profit colleges. Bullshit online degrees. So, anyway. So they're like, yo, where do we go from here? And Bethany's like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty clear that they're...
Jill brought latkes, which was very sweet.
Yeah.
And they're going to meet up after the holidays. So I think they're just kind of like at a place where they'll just be cordial to each other. And that's the best thing that you could do for now. And then if something happens after that.
She's just going to start her own show and they're totally going to recast everybody in the next season. So that's how they'll leave it.
But, so I guess that's weird. Let me ask you this then. So in the future, so they recast everybody. I know Bethany's gone.
They do a big shakeup. They do a big shakeup. They replace Alex, Jill.
But are there ever any crossovers? Like, does anybody show up on Bethany's show, or do they just pretend they don't fucking know each other?
I never watched Bethany's show. I didn't have any interest in it because I didn't like Jason.
Does Bethany ever pop back into that show?
She comes back to New York Housewives after a couple of years.
No, but what I mean is, like, next season when Bethany's got her own show, does she ever show up?
No.
But that's fucking weird because they're friends. So, like, wouldn't they, like, cross paths? Or are they not really friends?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean...
Anyway. I'm just saying, I was just asking questions. That's weird. That's weird. I'm just curious. So, what else we got here? So, Luann. The song premiere.
Yeah.
That was fucking something, man.
Money can't buy a class.
That was... Yeah. That was something, all right. So Jill's there. The producer shows up with mad, like a harem.
Mad young girls.
He comes out of like a prom-sized limo with all the girls from the prom. Like it is absolutely ridiculous.
And then Luann just calls him a character.
He is a character. He's got hair like a Cabbage Patch Kid. Like, it's got nothing on the side and just like a little tuft up top.
Yeah.
It looks ridiculous.
I wrote my next note that I wrote. It says, Mike says Kelly's dress is terrible.
I don't even remember what it was.
Neither do I, but I wrote that note.
Oh, okay.
You must have really hated it for me to write that note.
Yeah, probably. I don't remember. We were pretty drunk when we were watching this.
Yeah, we were.
And it was last week.
Yeah.
So these notes are going to be what we're going off of, but I don't fucking know either. So Luann's got a new man, too. And his name is Jacques. And this is what I wrote down. Jacques looks like French David Schwimmer. Like there were some episodes I think where Ross had like Rachel dated a guy who looked like Ross, and he had like Ross? Long hair and like he was kind of douchey.
I didn't watch.
Slouchy.
I didn't really like Friends.
I was a sitcom kid. I watched them all.
Whatever.
Thursday nights.
You know what? I shouldn't say that I didn't really watch Friends. I watched it and never thought it was funny.
But I like Chandler. Anyway,
moving on.
He looked like French David Schwimmer. He looked like the opposite of Ross. So Alex, Bethany, and Ramona didn't show up. And
wait. I have a note here. I have a note here from the past to remind you something from the future. It says, remind Mike about future Jacques the comedian.
Future Jacques the comedian? I don't even know what that means.
So fast forward to this season.
Okay.
I'm not going to spoil anything by saying that Luann and Jacques are no longer together.
Okay.
But they're still very good friends. And Jacques is a stand-up comedian now.
That is ridiculous. And we're going to look at some stuff after this.
So.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
So
she introduces him to everybody. Bethany, Ramona don't. Oh, Bethany and Ramona don't show for Luann's release party. Did we say that?
Yeah,
you just said it? Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
And then I also wrote, this is where, because I knew I had this thought from watching these episodes, I wrote in capital letters, why is the party planner still there?
I wrote that too! I wrote party planner, like whatever, they must be trying out new wives. This is a fun game. We can take notes from 2 weeks ago and say, oh, what did I mean here?
Yes, I wonder what this is. Let's decipher. That'll be one of the sections. Let's decipher. Yeah. I wrote this, and what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
So they're all just hanging out there talking about Ramona's wedding, and
Sona asks who's gonna go to the wedding, and Jill says, I don't know.
And then she's like, you know what, fuck you. Why were you even at the island? Why'd you show up?
Sonia just stirring the pot.
Yeah, she just went in on it for a second. And that was the last thing that I had for that.
Okay.
So, what else do you have there?
I wrote, everyone is trying to enjoy the night. I don't like Jason. I don't like Jason. That's it. That's all I wrote.
Oh, well, maybe that's because the next scene is Bethany's packing for the move.
Oh, yeah, their move. Yeah.
Jason's like, you have 50 jars. Why do you have so many jars? And Bethany's like, you can't have this basketball anymore. And so I was like, why is she allowed to have 50 jars but he can't have one basketball?
So my response was, I don't like Jason.
Yeah. So that goes to show what my house is like. All my basketballs are in one room. And I don't have any, to be honest. But that's just because I don't have them yet.
And I don't really have a lot of jars.
I'm kidding.
I know.
I like jars. I have other stuff in jars.
Hey.
Oh, keep it fresh. So, here we go. Getting ready for the wedding. Big time. The notes that I have definitely get more scribbled towards the end of this because I'm sure I was getting way drunker by the end of this. Couple episodes in on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And we were going to record on the Sunday, but we were just sad and hungover.
Yeah, so let's keep going. Cut to Ramona and Avery getting their hair done. Avery will not let up about this whole concept of renewing their vows. She just doesn't get it. And neither do we until next season.
Okay.
Then we will understand why Ramona pushed it so hard. Jill goes to see Ramona before she's getting ready.
So next season is when she's single?
I think it's next season, or it's like the true crumbling of her marriage to Mare.
Oh, so there's going to be like a decade of single Ramona.
She's still single.
I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I know she's still single because I've been creeping in on some of your new episodes.
Yeah.
And it's a little weird to watch, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it's 10 years later. She's still acting the same.
Well, I mean,
not very thirsty.
Not to get off the episode, but Ramona has been getting a lot of shit lately for just being just totally tone deaf to everything, everything going on, some of her responses, and just bravo. You need to start being more diverse with your cast. Let's have a New York cast. Okay. Back to it. So everybody shows up to Ramona's renewal. Jill shows. She goes early to go see her.
Yeah, she actually yells surprise this time because that's what Ramona said she should have done at the island. Maybe if you came in and said surprise. So Jill is just like, surprise, Ramona, surprise. See, I said it this time. So everybody shows up. Jill and Alex and Simon, they say hello. It was awkward, but they got past it. No big deal.
I wrote, Jill says hello to Alex and Simon because she's a grown-up.
When is Alex and Simon's last season? Is this it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Peace out. And then they moved to Australia to escape the U.S. authorities. looking for Alex?
Well, now they're going back to saying that we think it's Sonia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Weird rumors out there.
About Sonia and Jeffrey Epstein.
Uh-oh.
Womp, womp, womp. But moving on, yeah,
she
so...
seems to be having fun in this new season, though. Despite any rumors.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Yeah, so... Oh, I wrote down here, Sonia, I shoot birds.
Yeah, I wrote that too. Sonia shoots birds.
Yeah, so that was just a weird... Oh, because Bethany has a dress with feathers all over it.
Right.
Right.
Oh, I shoot birds.
Yeah. So, I don't know if she was threatening to shoot her. That's kind of weird.
No, she was asking the types of feathers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Are these peacock? I shoot birds.
Can you picture Sonia dressed up like Elmer Fudd?
Yes.
Like out there, like
absolutely.
I absolutely could too.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
I was just thinking
absolutely.
that. Like out there, like early morning in a big orange jumpsuit or some shit.
Yeah.
Like a musket with like a round horn handle, like a cartoon.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. I would love to see her. Like we saw her on the cooking show. Like,
yeah.
I would love to see her on like a hunting show or something like Bear Grylls.
Listen, Sonia has no bounds. She just goes into things feet first, doesn't think about it. She's very funny. She's very, very funny on this show. But she may be canceled soon, so
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I wrote, sometimes I like Kelly. Can I say that? Question mark.
I mean,
I don't know why I wrote that.
Example.
I don't know why I wrote that. I wrote it though.
I don't know why you would have wrote that either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just have a bunch of people saying hi, and then everybody complimented Luann on her song. Jen, the party planner, is still there and talking shit. She's like, why are they having champagne before the ceremony?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody gets drunk, and then it's no good, and nobody wants to sit still.
I'm going to talk shit about a wedding if you can't get a drink before.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
I'm on the opposite side of
right?
that. 100%.
I agree.
I need to be drinking
if
the
you
entire
are
time.
If you are not having your wedding in a church and you are having it at your wedding hall, you better let me get a drink before you do your vows, okay?
Absolutely. Not just one drink either. I want like 6. I want as many as I can have in the time allotted.
I'm not trying to get blackout drunk before your vows.
I'm trying to get blackout drunk as soon as possible, as per your cousin Lisa's wedding.
The drunkest he's ever been in his life, probably. That was really the drunkest I've ever seen you. Can I tell that story about the end of the night?
Sure, if you want to.
So, all right, we're off topic, but at Lisa and Joe's wedding, my cousins, I was the maid of honor, and I got very drunk in the first half of the day because we were drinking all day.
And I was at work, and I was via text just watching it go downhill, like in drunkenness. And I was like, oh man, A, I'm gonna have to catch up. And B, work sucks. I can't wait to get out there.
Yes. So I'm like, so I have to do my speech. I'm mad nervous. I'm very drunk. I'm on the verge. I'm like in that brown outfit, like I'm like right there. And Lauren, the matron of honor, saves the day with Domino's.
That was the moment I arrived too.
And that was the moment Mike arrived. He saw how drunk we were and wanted to catch up. And that's when
stopped.
Yes. And that's when I started to get sober.
So I start drinking in the room, had a couple of beers there, maybe like 4. There's the ceremony, cool, whatever. Going to the cocktail hour. My first 6 orders were, hey, let me get a vodka soda and a Heineken. And I would pound the vodka soda and sip the Heineken in about 40 minutes or so. So, in about 3 hours, I was shit-faced.
Totally shit-faced. I've never... And, like, Mike can drink a lot. Mike is the type of person who he can hold his own. You know when he's drunk, when he's on the verge of drunk is when he starts talking a little bit more.
Now, let me pause you for a second. At any point in the entire night, was I bad in any way, shape, or form?
No, you were fun.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, just to be clear about all this.
Except at the end of the night.
when I wanted to go back out.
And we're in our hotel room.
I made new friends.
And Mike made new friends and wanted to go back out. Meanwhile,
I was in my underwear.
He had no pants on.
I was just in my underwear, but I wanted to go out.
No pants, and he kept insisting to me that he was going to go out. And I had to convince you that it was bedtime and we had to get into bed.
And
it went on for a good,
but it was fun.
20 minutes.
But
no.
I actually kind of remember it a little bit, and I remember being like, I'm just really playing around at this point. I'm doing it for the theatrics.
You fuck.
And then
I was so annoyed. I was just like, please just go to bed now. This is not fun anymore. I just want you to go to bed.
That was me being on stage. I wanted to be on stage. You were my one audience member, and I knew I had you. And then the next morning, we woke up maybe 8 hours later, and I was like, I cannot drive. Yes. I am still fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Way drunk even.
Yeah.
And it was 7 or 8 hours later. Yeah, that was probably... Remember how scared I was to cross the street? It was a big highway, to be fair. But, we were crossing from the wedding venue to a bar. And I was like, I don't care if we don't see any cars coming. You don't go anywhere until it says walk. Cars will be flying by on this road.
I didn't listen.
See, I'm very good drunk. I just get very drunk on occasion.
You are a good drunk. It was probably one of the best times I've had with you.
Oh yeah, see,
yeah,
it's super drunk.
Except at the end. Okay, back to the episode, guys.
Sorry
for that silly.
I'm still pro the end.
All right, so back
Bethany
to
and
it.
Jill do a little closure thing. They talk about Bethany's
they have closure.
Dad too.
Yeah.
The party plan is still fucking lurking about, talking shit. We already did that. And then the ceremony comes.
Yes.
And Avery's arguing over the flowers or the leash. Which one do I hold? She's like, I only got 2 fucking hands. What do you want me to do? She's still just being.
That.
She's still just being
that's right. Yeah. Annoyed to be there.
Yes, exactly. She's still just this is so fucking ridiculous. She's like, you guys want me to hold the dog and the flowers? How can I throw the flowers on the ground if I'm holding the dog? And they're just like, oh, you're kind of right. So,
we'll let him walk off the leash.
Yeah, and it was just very funny. She's the adult all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, so the wedding... their renewal vows, it was dramatic and it looked so insincere. It just looked so fake.
Yeah.
And
at some point too, Jill was whispering something about 2 teams and Alex hears her and questions her.
Oh yeah.
She's like, what do you mean? And Jill's just like, oh, nothing. Alex is like, these bitches. These bitches. Ramona had a booger. I thought maybe it was cocaine.
Could very well likely be.
Possibly. And I wrote, this is a note that I had too. Wow, the efficient is talking about butts. I don't know why. I assume he was talking about butts though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because I think they were talking about the first time that Mario and Ramona met. And it was at the gym.
Yes.
And Ramona used to wear those
spandex or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why is the efficient talking about it?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
But I think that's what it was.
And then we see that Simon is wearing a kilt. That's the next note I have.
And he's Australian. He's not even Scottish.
Yeah, I know.
To
that
be
makes
doing
it
that
even
shit.
Weirder.
Be doing that shit.
I mean, the closest thing is maybe he's trying to be like Mel Gibson, and that was around when Braveheart was coming out.
No, but I'm trying to think if
Mel
there's
Gibson
a link.
Was canceled by then.
But maybe he is a little bit of.
He might be Scottish heritage living in Australia. That's certainly possible because Scotland. So that means his ancestor was a criminal that they sent to Australia, probably.
Probably.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
All right, that gives him some street cred.
I'll give it to him. And then there's some wrap-up stuff. And then they start going through everybody's little oh, this is where they are now, I guess, type of shit. But the only 2 notes I have on that are, instead of a honeymoon, Ramona went on an all-girls safari in Kenya.
Oh, yeah.
And so, if that doesn't tell
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
like, all you need to know about, like,
Yeah.
how much bullshit this was.
Yeah.
Next thing was Sonia's writing a book titled Sex Society. Is that a real book?
I don't remember.
Is that a real book? We
I
need
don't
to
remember.
Find that out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I can't really decipher my notes. I gotta be honest. Like, I'm like looking at my notes right now. I have like, yeah, like everybody was talking shit about the wedding, but they're all crying.
Yeah, I don't see that book for sale on Amazon.
Jill was touched. Oh, I wrote Kelly and the book of photos. Oh, she made a book of photos from...
Yes, from the trip.
Yes, for Ramona. That is very sweet. Maybe that's what I meant
I wish
by...
the last page was a picture of Kelly with the gummy bears at the end.
Yeah. Bethany's sobbing because she's pregnant.
Yeah.
So she's super emotional about Ramona. What the I really can't read what I wrote. I really can't.
My notes are still pretty neat. It just was nonsense. So
yeah, mine too. I know.
I
Ramona.
can read them. It's just kind of nonsense. That's my problem.
Oh, I wrote Jill complaining about no food at the wedding. So relatable.
Oh yeah, there was no food in the beginning.
That's
like,
right.
With the champagne, with the
yeah.
champagne, but no food.
I wrote something about the wedding planner. Would you pick this person to plan your party?
Oh, she was questioning that plan.
Yes.
Okay.
That party,
yeah.
And then now I finished my notebook.
Oh, you're right on the back page.
Yeah. I'm looking to see if there's any important notes.
That's
on the
right.
back.
I remember you were vividly scribbling.
I know.
On the back cardboard of your notebook.
I know.
Yeah, I did finish 2 chapters of a 3-subject notebook.
Alex, promoting her new parenting book. Bethany and Jill hug, and I wrote, "Who gives a shit?" I love Jill. Bobby, Bethany. I wrote Bethany, new life! !
Oh yeah, they do mention Bethany's new show coming up.
And then I wrote the last thing I wrote was, "Why do you enjoy Real Housewives of New York?" What does that mean?
I don't know.
God.
Yeah, we're messes. I don't know why you listen to this, all 12 of you.
I can't believe we just made an episode of trying to decipher our notes for 42 minutes. But we did it.
Yeah, that's cool. And so sometime this week we're going to do the reunions. And so we're going to try and get them out there to try and be a distraction in this fucking absolutely insane world. But anyway, before we go, winners and losers too of this episode. I had the winner was the producer. I mean, even though those were all questionable girls, he still showed up with a limo of 25 girls. And he looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid, and he's still doing fantastically. Good for him.
All right, that's questionable. Go ahead, proceed.
He's doing what he wants to do, I'll say. How about that?
Yeah.
The loser is... What?
I said they could be underage.
Oh, I'm sure they're not underage. The loser, Jason. Because he's not allowed to take one basketball.
Who's my winner of that episode? My winner of that episode is Bethany, because she's getting her own show.
Good.
Loser is Jill, because that's her last season.
This is Jill's last season?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
think
she
so.
never shows back up again?
I'm pretty sure that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she has one more season.
Whoa, okay.
Maybe she has one more season. I could be wrong.
So hold on. So Jill's not like a staple throughout this entire thing?
No.
So she's done after like 4 seasons or so?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I know, it's upsetting. But there's one season where it's a little like, but for the most part, all the new housewives that they bring in are pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah. Jill's Aaron. Let me see. How many seasons did she do?
And who was your loser?
It's Jill.
Jill? Okay. I'm sorry. So while you're looking that up, I'm going to go through the final power rankings at the end of the season. And, the new girl rookie of the year shoots up to number 1. And that's going to be Sonia. I can't wait to see what she's got going on. And seeing some of the shit that she's doing in the current episodes, I'm along for the ride.
Jill Zarin did only 1 through 4. She was on 4 seasons.
Okay, so next season's her last.
Yeah.
After Sonia, I got Ramona. Then I'm going with Jill. Bethany is at 4 because she's leaving, so fuck her.
Fuck her.
Then Luann. Kelly is above Alex because Kelly's insanity is kind of hilarious, and Alex is still kind of just lame. She's just so boring still. And she breaks out in hives and conflict, and that's embarrassing. That's really all I got. What do you got? Anything else? Final words?
No final words. I'm excited for the reunion.
Yeah.
And to start a new season with you.
So I know we say this at the end of every episode. We're going to try and do it sooner. And we will, but my job is crazy. And
the world is crazy. This podcast for us is an escape for something fun for us to do together. So
yeah,
it's hard to get these episodes in.
So I'm Mike and this is Mare, and we're at don'twannawatchthat.com on Twitter and Instagram at don'twanttowatch. The O in don't is a 0 for Twitter because fuck that guy. And yeah, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, all over the place. You can find the links at don'twannawatchthat.com. Thank you for checking it out. Be safe. Later.